Hi there, it's Michelle Grigsby, and thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. I really quickly just want to share with you a couple of stories that was discussed in our mindset portion of the Think and Grow Rich Mastermind call, which was pretty awesome. We're still in chapter 1 of the Think and Grow Rich book written by Napoleon Hill, and we basically we review, talk about some stories that are in it, and then we mastermind. And a couple of people shared some stories that I want to share with you. And then I have a personal story I want to share with you as well. And I'm going to read something from the book. And one of the stories was John had shared, he has last year, his 4-year-old son, they went to Target and he wanted to wear his Spider-Man costume. And when they went to Target, he asked him, "Why do you want to wear your Spider-Man costume?" And in all seriousness, he said, "Because I want everybody to feel safe." And another story that somebody else said in this mastermind portion, her son, who is 5 years old, was jumping off of the couch with this cape, and he was saying that he was Superman. And she finally asked him to stop jumping off the couch, and he told her, "Mom, I'm not jumping, I'm flying." And it just reminded me of a story of two of my nephews who are now adults. One of them is married, the other one's in college, and when they were younger, they took my sister and her husband aside and said, "Mom, Dad, we have something really serious we need to tell you." And so they sat them down and said, "Now you can't laugh. You have to promise not to laugh." Well, they promised they wouldn't laugh. And then they said, "Mom, Dad, we're mutants." "Okay, why do you say you're mutants?" "Well, because Alex can run faster than anybody else. When I jumped off that tree limb, I wasn't hurt and I can jump and I don't feel pain." So they truly believed that they were not mortal. They believed they were immortal. And to this day, we still remind them about that story, and it's just so adorably cute. But it also kind of ties into the way children were thinking. They at that point, did not learn the concept of having boundaries, right? And so I want to share with you a portion of this book that we're still in chapter 1. We're in the introduction. There's some great stories in just the introduction portion. But, the great thing about, Napoleon Hill is he studied over 25,000 people, and he definitely uncovered some of the steps that there's certain things that you need to have in order to, get this concept of thinking and growing rich. And I thought was just really interesting where he states in the book, one of the main weaknesses of mankind is the average man's familiarity. Now, what would you guess is one of the main weaknesses of mankind? It's the average man's familiarity with the word impossible. He knows all the rules which will not work. He knows all the things which cannot be done. And he states that this book was written for those who seek the rules which have made others successful and are willing to stake everything on those rules. And then we actually talked about the Henry Ford story where he used determination. And then we also talked about a letter that was written to him by Jennings Randolph. And then we then go into the first step towards riches, which is desire. And we're going to start talking about this tomorrow. But I just wanted to share that thought with you and that story with you, and just, give you something to think about. And along those lines, I also want to invite you, below this video on my blog, I have another video from one of our team leaders in the prosperity team, which has some great marketing tips for you. But not only that, but it's just got some great tips for you for anybody that wants more out of life. And I really implore you to watch it. It's really good. And anyway, the one thing that I want to do is I want to be able to provide things of value. I like to provide a little bit of entertainment if it's possible, and some things of value on my blog. So, check back often. And I'm going to also include a link that will give you access to all of my blog posts. If you want, all you do is just put in your email address. You can opt out anytime. And I'll put that on my blog as well so that you can get access to all the great trainings that I'm getting, both from our team leaders as well as some of the things that I'm learning from these Think and Grow Rich mindset calls. So, all right, well, just know that you are meant for greatness, and I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.